Welcome to the Dumpster Fire Dialogues.
We're your hosts, Mike Cheney, Tim Schindel.
That's me. Tim Schindel, not Mike Cheney.
That's right, yes. I am Cheney. It's Tuesday.
Yeah,
The
per
weather's
usual.
been weird as hell.
Yeah,
Got some wind, now it's sunny again.
it's like we live in like Colorado Springs or something.
Yeah.
If you know what that means the weather can literally change in like 5 minutes, like that.
We're in that phase.
Yeah, it gets real weird.
Everything's real soupy.
Yeah. Real weird
Happy
weather.
Twisted Tuesday.
Get the margarita here.
Nice. You got the lift in this morning. Got the pump going.
Yep.
Got the pump in early. Got the jiu-jitsu in at noon.
Yeah.
The podcast in at night. It's
The
a good
usual day.
It's a pretty sick
Usual day.
Pretty nice day. We got Kentucky class hopefully here soon.
Yeah.
We're on a better schedule than we were last week. Last week was just fucking bonkers
Yeah.
for no real reason.
Busy day. It happens.
Yeah, shit just got out of hand.
Things happen.
Yep. But what are we,
Anything interesting going on?
Anything interesting?
Yeah.
Oh, man. The wedding.
The wedding.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
imminent.
It's about, what, 3 weeks? Like,
Yeah, roughly about 3 weeks.
3.5. We got to sit down and talk photog.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I just don't even I have no bearing for
Yeah.
that at all. Like, usually most things I have a chance to get used to, and I do it a couple times, and it's fine and whatever. Like, nope, this is the big show. This is
I hope you don't have enough to get used to them.
Right. That's my point. It's like I don't want to have
I'm pretty sure Brooke will just kill you.
don't want to have a lot of reps with that. Nor do
Yeah, I
I
don't
want to like go through the process of planning multiple weddings. It's a crazy
Nah.
process. It's a crazy industry.
Yeah, I know.
Charge wicked money. Like,
Yeah.
for something that probably on another day may not be as expensive.
I mean, I worked for my aunt and uncle for probably like a year and a half when I was 18 or 19 as just like kind of like the gopher in their like studio. So my uncle's a wedding photographer. Well, was a wedding photographer. Weddings are super stressful for like photography, and my aunt was a wedding planner. So you're right, like that whole thing is like the day of the wedding, like they were working like 20 hours.
It's no joke.
Yeah, like, especially if they were coordinating / taking pictures. And they've been doing it when I started working with them for their like 25 years. I think now that they don't even do weddings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they stopped. It's too physically taxing, like on both of them.
Yeah.
And there's like a risk versus reward for like return for that much work.
Yeah.
So
Not worth it.
especially in like the market, like the target like of people they were trying to hit, like to actually make like enough return on like their time. So I mean, it's something you understand. Like you run your own business, like you
hit a
charge
wall.
what you're worth. Yeah. Well, like they would put in that amount of work, and the quality of things that they were returning were worth what they were charging. It was whether that person decided they were going to spend the money after the fact.
Which can be
Yeah.
a nightmare.
So I think when I worked for them, they maybe did 10 weddings a year.
That's a lot still. I mean,
It's a lot. They're photographers that do a wedding almost every weekend. So they do 50 some odd weddings.
yeah. It's
And that's where they like do other stuff during the week. But like some photographers just make money off weddings.
I bet.
And I mean, good, bad, or indifferent, like that's their business model.
Yeah.
It's a lot though.
Makes sense.
I mean, you guys are pretty like regulated and aren't like, but you've met people.
Oh, God.
You've met,
Fucking
being
nightmare.
nice, you've met crazy motherfuckers.
They're fucking nightmares. I
Yeah.
mean,
And it's not
It's
like,
insane.
it's not always just the bride.
No, yeah.
Sometimes the dude is 10 times worse
Oh, yeah.
than her.
There's a bunch of bitchy dudes out there like,
Yeah.
give me my way.
There were dudes, like I've obviously like being in that area that, working in photography for a long time, I've never experienced this directly because I don't associate with, like, if I get a bad read off somebody, I'm like, I would never even tell you that I do this.
Right.
Like, it's just not worth my time.
We're not going to get to the point where you could get to me,
Yeah, but there's I've watched videos of YouTubers and stuff who deal with clients who are amateurs, and they come into their studios and they're like, if you don't use this kind of equipment, I won't hire you.
Yeah.
They're like, but I really like your work. And they're not using that equipment. Yet again, the equipment is irrelevant. It's what the artist does with it.
Yeah.
Like, they're seeing things that they collaborative, like the collaboration of viewing somebody's work and then being like, oh my God, I would love it if they did my wedding. And the husband being like, if you don't use Canon as opposed to Sony, I will not let you shoot my wedding because that's what I use.
It's pure dork shit.
What?
Yeah. Fuck off.
Okay. I would, if I was the photographer, I'd be like, cool, buy me that camera.
I'd be like,
that's what you want me to use.
Yeah,
buy me that. If that's what you want me to use, you're going to buy me a whole new system.
Yeah.
I would just make the cost prohibitive.
Then we're serving Pepsi at the wedding. Not motherfucker.
Yeah, you're going to cancel that open bar and buy me $10,000 worth of stuff?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll do it for you. Plus my normal fee.
We can run this up real quick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If this is, you want this, walk in the door with that money and that equipment. And you're not renting it. You're buying it for them.
A gift.
Yeah, thanks.
Because then you get what you wanted.
Yeah, then you get what you want.
That's
allegedly.
A nice tag.
Yeah.
Then they're like, damn, I do like Canon better than Sony. Fuck.
But yeah, that's some horror stories that dudes have put out there. They were like, that's cool, man. If you like that camera system, do you want me to do this work? And they're like, only if you do this. They're like, cool, then I guess we can't work together.
Yeah. I have no issue when it comes to being like, you're the professional. You know you're you're doing your thing. I'm not gonna be like, use this, and this, blah blah blah. It's your day. You're doing
it's wild. But yet again, that's that whole I just not gonna do that.
Right. Yeah.
If that's what your expectation is, you're either gonna buy that thing for me, or I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. He's like, we'll figure it out another way.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah.
Or not. But yeah. No, it's coming up.
It is.
We went up to the venue.
Yeah.
My aunt's house, and buried a bottle of bourbon upside down.
Nice.
Because that's supposed to give you good weather. I believe it's some sort of Appalachian lore.
I was about to say, what is the significance of that?
I don't know. Brooke saw it somewhere, and I was like, cool. And we had a bottle of bourbon sitting there. I was like, fucking bury that one. Perfect. So it's a bottle of Weller. It's nice, it's decent.
Yeah.
So hopefully that kind of gives us, a little nudge forward.
Yeah. What? When do you unbury it?
The reception. Yeah. So they're like, you can't let the bottle go to waste.
I was about to say,
So I'm sure. I think we're gonna dig it up in between, when people are going back.
Yeah.
From the ceremony to the dinner area, reception area. Yeah. So, I don't know. I didn't dig it up.
So
I didn't bury it that deep. So
good.
It's raining today heavily. So
they're like, there's a bottle right here
sticking out of there.
Yeah. You just walk out and be like,
what? Some critter will get it and just be hammering. Yeah. Went up Toledo Way this past weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Quick trip up. Did an IBJJF match.
Mm-hmm.
Did an IBJJF strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Won an IBJJF decision.
At the theater of Jiu-jitsu.
Theater of Jiu-jitsu, yes.
Yes.
It was fun. It was a good time. It's quick. I think there's 58 total matches. Including children and adults.
Oh, okay.
But I think the kids started at 4. And the adults ended around 10.
It's actually not terrible.
So and I wasn't there for the kids.
Well,
I wasn't there the whole time either. So I just got in there and did the rules meeting and took a picture and went and sat with Brooke for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the brown belt started, and I was like, well, time to go do my 1-2.
Yeah.
Get my fucking old man stretch. And did fine, Pulled guard, didn't do any wrestling. I was just like, nah.
Yeah.
Paid
I
off.
mean,
I was trying to do some gi stuff, or I mean, like guard stuff anyway.
yeah.
I have a lapel seminar coming up, and I was like, maybe if I can get him with some lapel stuff, it's good advertising, you know?
It would be. That would be sick.
So I was kind of going after some lapel stuff, but he was stubborn.
That's what you said. I mean, it sounds like it was tactically interesting if you know what you're watching.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's kind of funny that he tried to muffle you, which is hilarious.
Yeah, you just got to know your rules.
Right, yeah. Like,
It's just kind of funny.
For those of you who don't know, you don't muffle in certain rule sets.
Yeah.
It's not allowed.
I'm personally fine with it. Like,
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Right, yeah.
I was laughing like when it was happening, and I would just like move his hand like it's not a big deal.
Yeah. It's a completely legitimate tactic. It
right.
works on some people.
But in IBJJF rule set, you can't do that. So
Yeah.
he kept doing it, and like Dion got on it, like it was just yelling from the sideline at one point. I was just like, you know.
I think it's funny that it was your coach's event and your coach was there, and your coach is like, "Not the rule set, not hey."
Yes,
like,
yes.
like,
Yeah, I was looking at the ref, whom I know a little
Yeah.
bit, and I was kind of like,
you're like,
I was like, I'll bite him.
Maybe.
I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. Like,
biting's not in the rule set either.
Yeah.
Arr. You gonna call that?
But I was hoping that he would like stay kind of posted up over my head so I could fucking elevate him, but then I ran out of time.
Yeah.
Because like, he was starting to just like kind of hang out there, and I was like, I'm going to pop your hips and send you into the crowd.
They were on an elevated stage.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. It's actually at a movie theater. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
A couple people like ran into the screen. I was like, that's got to be expensive.
Well,
I was like, that's expensive.
ain't showing no movies right now.
Fuck. But yeah, no, it was fun. I won. Needed to win. Haven't had some rough matches last year really.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just was like IBJJF and
Well, you've been
majors.
injured a little bit.
Yeah, I
like,
got fucking injured. Just kind of had a rough year, so needed to get back in the W column.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna try and go to Masters Worlds
Nice.
this year. So more gi stuff. Then after that, I'm gonna try and do an ADCC Open, I think. So quick rule set switch.
Where you are allowed to muffle.
Huh?
Where you are allowed to muffle.
Yeah, that's where the muffle is green lit. So
Yeah, for sure. Slam out of submissions, muffle.
that's like the reason I like gi and no gi and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
multiple rule sets and different games to play and stuff like that. So some people are like, oh, I only am IBJJF and the gi and this and that. I'm just like, try and dig into whatever's available.
So you and I, this kind of like, we were talking about it earlier, like while we were working out, but you're kind of like natural like segue here. So not only are you a coach, but you also compete still, and like you train to compete. I mean, like you go out and you find hard rounds with other black belts and like make them put you in like compromising situations, or like you play with the lower belts in the gym and you're like, you put yourself in a bad position, like for people that have good passing, good guards, like or like back attacks and like stuff that you just don't like. Like,
and that's sort of the beauty of jiu-jitsu. It's like, I'm teaching people, but I'm also not teaching them like, this is how I do it, this is how you do it, this is how we do it. It's like, this is a back control thing. You know it's pretty good. I mean, I may not be the best at it. I can talk to you about why this is good.
You'll
can develop it.
Teach it.
Yeah. And then people develop things, and then they develop things that I'm not as good at, and then they just turn into training partners, right? So it just kind of naturally ebbs and flows into that.
And he means at any level. Like from white to black. Like there are people that in our gym that you're like, you roll with them, and I see you do different things.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a huge weird thing that's like, I don't roll with white belts or lower belts, or I only roll with black belts. I'm just like, I think it's like some excuse that you're not able to curate an experience between. It's like a dance. You're not able to lead a dance. Like you're not. It's like, oh, they're not giving me something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is, if you like lead a pro or don't lead a program, that's fine. Like
right.
But I do. So like.
Yeah, you do.
Like, and I am interested in other people's development and stuff like that. So like, and I find it interesting to be able to curate an experience for two people, or like. Like, I know they need something, so I'll do that thing. And it's like, oh, I discover a thing or just get reps, or it's just fun, or whatever. Like, I'm doing jiu-jitsu, so I don't give a fuck. Like,
well, that's like we've talked about it a little bit, but like people that stop doing like a fundamentals class because they're a higher belt and like, oh, I have fundamentals. That doesn't mean you can't learn something in a fundamentals class.
Yeah.
Or like remember that you've forgotten it. It's like a key piece of like this one little thing that you're doing that's just not quite that right. Like,
yeah. And a lot of times, like, I'll teach certain things and I'm just like, this is the way I learned it. This is the way I relearned it. This is why. Like, this is just, it's an overview. It's not like armbar, then go. Like,
yeah.
Like Saturday morning fundamentals, for instance, like, it used to just be like one or two people. Now it's kind of grown into just like another class. Like,
yeah.
But it is just pure drilling, and it's kind of like a mental like breakdown period. And now I have like blue, purple, brown belts sitting in on it and doing it and being like, oh yeah, okay, like boom, like doing the thing. And that cements it in for the next time. Like,
I mean, like, having done, like, you tried to start like a purely like fundamentals program, and then it like cycled back into like your regular fundamentals, but like we play games in fundamentals too.
Yeah.
And like those games are like just as important as anything we're doing in regular class.
It doesn't sound as sexy when I'm like, get your hands separated.
Yeah, but that's
like, why?
the hardest
like,
thing.
I know.
Like,
I know. It's like, because you're never going to armbar someone if their hands are together. Like, you could, but like, do the thing, do this part, and then that part's easy. Like,
at a certain level, their hands being together means you're probably not going to get that submission.
And then like you realize like how good positioning can be, and how they get to a point where they can't keep their hands together, and you're like, oh, that's pretty sick. Like,
yeah.
So,
and that like that little like detail or like struggling over like you're in this final position, but their hands are still connected. Now get them apart. Like, you have all these great, like, you have all this great control, but you can't complete the task. Now you're like, oh, I remember, like, I got to just do this, peel, like, push them this way. Like, you actually put them in that struggle.
You have to be, like, disciplined enough to, one, listen to what I'm saying, and then, two, do it. Like, repetitively.
Like, hey, this is the goal of the game. Like, separate their hands. Like,
and it happens in each class. There's, like, a tipping point where, like, exploration takes over, and I'm fine with it. If it happens too early, I'm like, no, do it. Stay in that.
Yeah.
We're going to get to the point where you get to do things.
Yeah, you get to play with everything.
Because, like, you see them, they, like, do the thing, and they're like, blah, and they do something cool. And I'm like, yes, that is the thing. Like, but do this for now. Like,
yeah.
But it is. That's the point of it, is, like, exploration with resistance.
Yeah. But, so, like, all of that, like, leading into, like, you competing, like, that still means you have skin in the game. Like, you have attachment to, like, the lowest level to the highest level. Like, you're not forgetting, like, as a coach, you're not forgetting who's struggling at the low level with, like, learning, like, basic concepts. And then you're remembering at the high level, like, what it's like to have those roles where you're like, I'm in danger.
Oh, yeah.
Like, or even at the white belt level, you're rolling with white belt and you're like, I'm in danger for a different reason.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And that's like rolling with anyone. My first thing is like defending myself.
Yeah.
Like I told you, like, new people come in, I'm like, I gotta watch them for a sec, and like, because I just gotta be like, if I fucking snap my arm on a Tuesday afternoon, like, that sucks, and like I'm fucked for 3 weeks because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there is like kind of that period where I'm like, huh? Okay, they're cool. All right, then we go. Unfortunately, the blue belts have to be the fodder for that a little bit, but but yeah, exactly.
It's me.
But yeah, like I just remember what it's like to be a white belt. I remember exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
I try not to forget what it's like, and I'm never like so out of touch from white belts or whatever. I remember how intimidating it is to walk into a gym and how weird it is to be like, we're fighting people, touching people, all this stuff. Like, oh, I get to do this. Like, so I try to make it inviting.
Yeah. I think as a whole, like and we've talked about the temperament of the gym, but like it is that's why there are people that probably wouldn't have stuck other places have stuck and like actually started to be like successful at jiu-jitsu and like do well, and like because nobody's like, oh, I can't believe you're not improving, like, but they are. Right. Like there's just they may not have the time, or they may not have the physical ability yet, or whatever.
They're not a lot of like, again, like it's like, again, not being able to curate an experience is like they're not able to like see the minor things they're improving at, or like the little minor mistakes that they're making, or like, you know, are they just like hitting their head on a wall and then you just got to turn them one way and then it changes everything. Like, I just think there's some level of complacency when it comes to like instructing.
Yeah, I mean, and as someone who instructs like not in the same area, but a similar area, just, you know, people in uniform, like I've been complacent before with it, and like then it's like I find that fire again and remember like each person has like a different learning curve, like but also like coming back into a training community where people want to be there was like a huge reinvigoration of like my like passion for coaching. Yeah, like it helps me balance, like, okay, I'm teaching some people who just don't want to, they don't care that it's their profession to fight people, because that is a thing. They just don't care.
It's crazy, but to me that's insane. But
yeah, they're like, hey, we're gonna hire you and pay you really good money.
The likelihood of you going hands-on daily is very high,
like above 90%.
Like you're gonna
do it. Like you're gonna do this thing that almost nobody else does. Everybody else talks about it and like has like one story that they tell, and you're gonna have so many stories that people are gonna think you're a liar.
Yeah. Well, that's like why I value a lot of your opinions. Like when it comes to team tactics, I'm like, you get touches every single day. Like you fucking
touch, and I review it and I like scrutinize it. Like
then you break it down, and then you have like the legal backing to it as well that you have to deal with pretty much on every occasion. You know.
And the really weird thing for us in the medical setting is it's not just the constitutional stuff. There's like some rando organization. It could be something in Ohio. It could be something at the federal level. Yeah. That's like, and you're like, what did I miss? What? Like what? Who? First of all, who are you? What alphabet organization are you? And then why do you care? Like, explain again.
Matters the most.
Explain how you supersede the Supreme Court. I just want to know in this setting. Like where are we going? Like,
please fill me in.
So.
But like someone who's getting hired on in a position like that, and they're just like,
it'll be fine. Like literally, I've seen it. Like, I've been in some fights. You're like, okay, but like being in a street fight or something along that lines is completely different from what I expect. Yeah, I expect you to be a master of your body, a master of your emotions, because you're dealing with somebody who's going to try and bite you, literally bite you.
You can't like talk shit.
Spit on you.
Fucking
you
spit
can't talk shit. You can't fucking whoop their ass.
You can't see red. You cannot.
Yeah, you cannot see red.
Red is bad. You got cap red.
Yes. Red's like you literally have to be like, look, man, we're going to work through this together. Others are like, like,
red is bad. Blue is good.
They're like a dog that just got hit by a car and you're trying to control them. Like, like they're just trying to bite you and like spaz out, and like you're like, but I just want to take care of you. Like, and they're like, the fuck. Yeah, they're like, yeah, like, but yeah, like it's but that whole level of like being involved, like at the root level of things, speaks to like a larger concept that we kind of were talking about as we worked out. Like those who do should talk, and only those who talk should do. Meaning, like, you have to have attachment to the thing. Like, you can't just be like, Michael, let me tell you about jiu-jitsu and how it goes. You'd be like, whatever, nerd.
Yeah. No, I'd be like, please do.
Yeah, like, go ahead. Yeah, I want to hear. Let me put my thinking cap on.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna tell you about business ethics.
You're like, let me do this talk to me while we roll. Rolling. Rolling. I understand the concept of rolling.
I'm like, I've rolled every day since I was a child.
Yeah.
Like, God damn
it. You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that idea of being attached to the origin of like people learning about fighting. Like, I mean, it's like me having experience of fighting people coming into the gym is one thing. But then doing it so consistently that it changes my whole perspective of what violence is and how I interact with it. Like, that's what happened.
But, I mean, it reflects in your training, though, too.
Yeah.
You'll be, like, getting smashed, and you're just like...
Yeah, I don't care.
And most people will be like... and then you're just like... And then... The other day, I saw you fucking lay it down with someone. I was like, yeah, get him. I was like, that's what we got to see. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I knew.
It was early in the morning. I was just like...
It was a 6 a.m. class. I was not mad.
No.
But...
You just had to lay the scunion.
There was a moment where it was like, okay. Like,
you just said no. That's it.
Yeah. I was like that rad video. I was like, no! Except I actually did fucking something about it and not just accepted like violence. I'm like,
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, get him, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it was controlled. It was measured.
Yeah.
And it was then like, there was some explaining afterwards. Like, this hurt a lot. I was like, yeah, I was at the limit of this movement and I didn't want you to get hurt. This is how you stop me from doing that. I explained like to the person, like, this is how you stop me from doing that. Like, I'm always going to do that. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't bother me. Like, if you want to try and smash me, cool. Do it. But no, there is another cycle to that.
All right, yeah.
Like, there's another side of that coin. Yeah. I am not the greatest person at jiu-jitsu, but I do know how to escalate.
Mm-hmm. And like rolling, and it's like an unspoken language in its own right. Yeah. But
like, again, I don't think this person had any ill intent. I think that's just their demeanor.
There's like some training partners that can't de-escalate.
No,
that if they touch each other, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a problem. Yeah. Like, you can have people, like what I would consider good training partners, like it's gonna be like, it's gonna be more of a, you can escalate very high and go back low and cycle in between. And
I was gonna say, there's people that I've trained with the entire time I've been training, and like, I can tell when they just want to kind of like flow. Yeah. And then I can tell when they want to just fucking go for it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I can as soon as I touch them, I'm like, okay, this is this kind of round.
Yeah. Like, and like, again, like, that's why I have that like self-defense first mechanism.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I don't know what their intention is first. I've had people grab my foot and fucking bend it up my ass and like the first move, and I'm like, okay.
All right, I guess that's what we're doing today.
I've had people like not touch me for like 90 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, which is an eternity, like, in a round to not connect.
A long time. Yeah.
So like, yeah, there's that like.
Yeah, there's the balance. Like, but yeah, like, typically within the first touch, I can tell what we're gonna do.
Yeah. So you can tell a lot about people too, very quickly. But yeah, like you're saying, and I don't know, like, I don't think every like coach has to compete or like be actively competing. I think it helps a lot. Like, again, I think it helps you be connected to it. Like, like, I know the struggles of it. Like, I know it's not like I haven't done a tournament in 10 years and don't remember what it's like to be in the bullpen and be like, oh fuck, like, I was there fucking last week. Like, like,
yeah, and well, and like the other thing too is like you're seeing now. I don't want to butcher his name, but he's the head of GF team. He's competing.
Yeah,
like, that's cool.
Well,
like,
and that's like another.
He's competing and winning. Like,
that's another testament to like IBJJF. They're like growing it so that people can compete in older divisions and still represent and lead from the front, kind of thing. Like, you're not going to see Bill Belichick strap on pads and go out there with the Patriots. Like,
Yeah, right.
You're just,
Yeah.
you're just not gonna see it. Like,
It is too violent. There's like.
But I think it's one of the few sports that's like harder to age out of. Obviously, like.
Yeah.
And I think people. I know it's easy to be like, I'm old and this and that and blah blah blah. It's like. There's guys that are like 70 competing, fucking hanging out. Like,
yeah, there are guys that are 70 that just got like their brown or black belt or lower belt.
There's white belts and that are like 90. There's old memes and shit, but like I don't think there's like an age barrier to it, and there's even like classes and kind of programs I want to do for like older, injured, like all this stuff. Like, because I've worked in that realm where I did like elder care basically. Like I worked with a lot of older people, and like before I was like actually personal training, I was doing a lot of like group exercise stuff with like older people, like Alzheimer's and stuff like that. So that end of the spectrum, and I've worked with kids, filled in the middle. Like I can see it jiu-jitsu from that,
from young to old,
from one end to the other end of the spectrum. So fall prevention, Like,
I've talked about that, like teaching like people as they age, like how to fall correctly, like
how to get back to something to help you support to stand up again, how to stand up efficiently, like and like I don't know, it doesn't sound like sexy to a lot of people, but like it's tight to me.
Like it's one of the reasons, like when I was not in very good shape before I started training or anything like that, one of the things I started doing was walking the stairs.
Monster.
Like unless I'm like paralyzed, I want to be able to walk the stairs the rest of my life. And the only way to do that is to walk the stairs. There's no other alternative. Like there's no magic pill to be like, I can walk the stairs. Like, you got to do the thing.
There's just, every study that shows like muscle density and everything means longevity. Like, the more muscle you have and shit, the better off you're going to be.
Well, it's like even my dad is in his 70s and he works out. And like still runs, he still does push-ups, he still does like certain things. Like honestly, he would probably be somebody who would enjoy jiu-jitsu. Like
old feller grappling.
Never done anything like that, but he'd probably be fine. Like as he learned. So he still, I don't know if he still plays softball and stuff like that, but it wouldn't surprise me. He's played some type of like baseball or softball almost every year.
Nice.
Since
even the social connection aspect is important.
Well, it's like something him and my brother do. It's something that like my brother's kids do and stuff like that. Like the middle child, he plays soccer, but he also plays like other sports, and it's like baseball specifically. That's something both my brother and my dad were excellent at. And like it's one of those things that like he has innate like knowledge of the sport to like help develop somebody, and he is a coach. And he can go out and demonstrate that knowledge even in his 70s. Like it's not like lost. Like he used to pitch batting practice for my brother because he could throw all the pitches. And like not like the perfect one, but like he could throw it well enough to like make
give him a look.
Like give him a look, and then like he could teach you how to bat. Like he can teach you how to hit a ball anywhere you want in the field. I
had my buddy's dad growing up. Like I didn't appreciate it then. Because like back then you're like, the fuck are you talking about? Like,
yeah.
But he was a conceptual kind of guy. Like, his main thing was golf. But like all of us played baseball, played ball sports growing up and shit. So he had these like overarching principles for like ball sports and kind of these like cues and like these coaching things. And like, again, back then you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're like, you'd be up to bat, he'd say some crazy shit. You're like, what the fuck are you saying? And you're like, as an adult, I'm like, yo, you're the fucking man. Like, you actually, I just talked to him on the phone recently, and I was like, you're onto something, all right? I was like, I know everyone said you were nuts, but like, some real shit there. Like,
Yeah, like,
He's
no,
like,
no, no.
yes.
As a coach, like, you're like, I understand what you're going for right now.
It took me like a long time
Yeah.
to coach people and talk to people and stuff and like understand. I was like, oh shit, he's on something.
I've had a lot of those moments, like things. This is something I appreciate that my parents did. Like, they exposed me to things that were adult level from childhood.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm not like, dude, we're like, this is what war looks like. No, what I'm saying is like high level concepts. Like, when we go to church, like, first of all, I did not like to go to Sunday school. I didn't like it. I just did not like Sunday school. Was noisy, and like the expectation was that I like talk to all these other kids.
Yeah.
I'm super introverted. Like,
Not my specialty.
No. So they would take me into the service, and like, I would just sit there and listen, or like, occupy myself because I was quiet. Like, I wasn't like trying to be noisy. Like, I wasn't like, dad, like the kid you have to send to Sunday school.
Just doing the adult thing.
Yeah, I would literally just like listen. And so I was introduced to high level philosophical, like religious, like whatever concepts over years and years and years of like developmental stages. So like,
you got the prompt early and you're just like,
Yeah, like I sponged up like a lot of these ideas. And like some of them, the people are like, oh, you can't remember that. Like, yeah, I truly remember some of those ideas to this day.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And it's like being a good speaker comes from listening to people who are good at speaking and picking up on their patterns. So like the pastor at our church, like that went to our whole life, like I've gone to my entire life, like he's not preaching anymore because he's so old, but like his way of teaching, his style of teaching, because it's teaching, it wasn't like fire and brimstone or anything like that. He was teaching a lesson, but like teaching it in a way that everybody could understand, and using language that wasn't so like elevated or bombastic. It was calm, it was well thought out, and it was like organized.
Yeah. I mean, a good example to me is like me being exposed to like really only good instructors in self-defense. I've worked my way up through jiu-jitsu. I know good and bad, and when I can smell it from a mile, like I know it. Self-defense, it's not like that. Dude. But then I've also only been exposed to good people, thank God. So like, very spoiled in that regard. Like Aaron, great speaker.
Yep.
Eli, good speaker.
Great speaker. Yeah.
Craig, great speaker.
Yep.
Brian, great speaker. Like all these people, I'm like, oh, that's a really interesting, cool skill. Whereas like before, I might have been like, I'm okay with looser ideas of it. Now I'm like, no, I want specific shit. Like, it's like that. I was exposed to that kind of like, again, like you said, like advanced concept or.
Yeah, I mean, it's as somebody who like was tasked with and interested in teaching self-defense to people in uniform. When I started looking at who was the best at like doing that and like putting themselves out there, I was attracted to Eli, Icy Mike, Craig Douglas, Ryan Hoover, like all super well-spoken people.
Yeah.
Specifically when they're talking about that thing that they're passionate about.
Yeah.
And then like even Aaron, like I used to watch videos of Aaron like from 7-8 years ago. I didn't know Aaron. I used to see videos of you, Aaron, Brooke, like all these people that I'm like know now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like this is like years ago.
Yeah.
And like to see from there, like where you were doing really well, and like now like your skill sets have like accelerated like to this whole other level.
It's like I've seen Aaron go through different sections of like skills and stuff of even communication. Like I podcast in order to get better at communicating. I do videos
this right now.
Yeah. This is not for you. This is this is for me.
You guys are cool, but
everything I do is actually for me. But yeah, I do that in order to be a better speaker because I'm a coach and I travel and I get fucking marble mouthed left and right, and I'm like, it's just like and I've gotten better at it for sure, but it's taken practice. Like And it still happens. Like, we were shooting yesterday, Sunday, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
just happens.
Last week we were both tired, and like, I stumbled over my own words, mispronounced words, like.
I was half fucking brain dead last week, and then
both of us were.
You were tired from teaching. Like my schedules got fucked. Like and like our technology was fucked. Like
things happen.
Things happen.
Yeah.
And like sometimes you want to spaz and flip a table, but just don't do it. You know. I was sitting there sweating last week. I was like, God damn, because the fucking audio was feeding me back.
Yeah.
And my
wow.
My sensory issues were kicking. I was like, ugh, fuck.
So while we were teaching the Kentucky class, we couldn't get the normal computer we use to connect. And so I pulled this iPad, which we use so I can make sure that we don't look totally stupid.
If I didn't have Tim, I'd be fucked.
Yeah. I am the tech guy.
He knows it all.
I don't.
He knows so much more than me.
I know things. I know well enough to pass and help us make.
We get a video posted pretty much weekly, so like it's pretty good.
And a thumbnail.
Yeah.
I make thumbnails. Sometimes I forget, but usually nice. I don't. But yeah, like we were having reverb, and I couldn't figure out why for the longest time. And it was odd. It was like the sound of, I think it was this. It was up, and so was my phone. And so we had to like switch everything around. Yeah, it was like wham. Like Mike would be like, so we're gonna go there on bar.
I was like, fuck, shit.
Yeah.
Damn it. So we got it towards the end. We got it figured out. I think we'll be fine today. The computer's already working better than it was last week. I don't.
Nice.
Fuck, I have an ancient computer. I know that because I bought it 2 apartments ago.
Is that your measure of like time?
Yeah, pretty much. And like the username on it is like my old address or something. I was like, oh, sheesh. Yeah, last week, I don't know, full moon or some shit. It's whatever, something in the water. Shit happens.
Unlike today, where it was like fucking fire and brimstone, hail and weird shit outside.
Yeah. And then I'm just like, that's to me is expected. I'm just like,
man.
I'm like, as long as it's not flooding inside my apartment yet, I don't really care.
I would hope not. Where
I had a goddamn flood of ants fucking yesterday. Like, I killed so many ants, and there were just troves of
ant genocide.
It was like a project. I was busy all day.
Yeah.
I set up 2 traps to make like a straight line. I just wipe up the lines and empty the traps. Wipe up the lines, empty the traps. I don't see many more ants today, so I think it worked.
Hung their carcasses.
I do try to make an example.
Frame. Put their little heads on toothpicks.
I do try to do that. I do that, and Brooke doesn't like it. During COVID.
Yeah.
Pretty good at shooting a Nerf gun at flies.
Okay.
I had a window without a screen. I had a window with a screen. I would open the window without the screen, let them try to fly into the window.
And then you'd be like,
yep, and I'd smoke. However, it got so good. Got one midair. Ask Brooke. Swear to God, have a picture.
I believe you. I believe
Got it. Got it midair. Stapled its head to the window. Its body was in the sill.
Yeah.
Left it there for like a week. And I was like, no other flies.
It's a warning.
In.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, look at this.
Yeah.
This is a lethal place.
The flies are coming up and you hear bum.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh.
Yeah. I still have that Nerf gun. Lever action. Fucking sick. Nail driver.
Like one of those single shots?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. A little zombie killer. It's pretty sweet.
Have I ever told you about when Rachel and I first got married? So this was like, it was a while ago. We've been married for a long time. 12 years ago.
Indeed.
It was back when...
We're still at 0 years.
Yeah. You get there. It was back when, like, social media was... Like, Instagram had, like, really kicked up. And, like, you know, there were, like, a lot of, like, videos or YouTube videos of, like, oh, my husband and I decided to have a Nerf war. And so I left him a Nerf gun and said, we're going to have a Nerf war. And so she was like, that's a super cute thing to do. And it is.
I like that. No, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Brooke and I have done that, I think. It is fun.
So she said, "Hey, I'm gonna." She showed me the video and was like, "I want to do this with you, but I'm not gonna tell you, like whatever." So I went out and I bought the most ridiculous Nerf gun you can find.
Battery powered.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was like fully automatic, and so I was like, "FYI, that's cool. I did this," and she was like, "What?" And so she ordered like the two like 6-shooters that like rotate, and they were like automatic too. Like you just pull the trigger and they like rack the next round. Super fun. And she was like, "What do you mean you did that?" And I was like, "I don't know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't." Like just giving her the
I
like
spent $250 on Nerf guns, whatever.
yeah, whatever. Like, all right, we're not married. Like I don't think we were married quite at that point yet. And she ordered extra ammo, and she was like, "I have a couple surprises for you." And I was like, "Okay." So I saw these boxes sitting on the table at the place we lived at the time, and I like opened the package, removed all the rounds, hid them, took them.
Nice.
And she was like, "I got empty packages," and I was like, "Wow, that's crazy."
That's crazy.
I was like, "Did somebody like steal them off the porch?" She's like, "No, they were just empty." And I was like,
Crazy.
Wild, yeah. So comes time for Nerf War, and she's like, "I'm ready to do this," and I said, "Okay." And I was like, "FYI, I'm the one who stole all your ammo."
Remember
and she
those
was like,
empty boxes you got? I have all your ammo.
What? You did that?
You ran like a Viet Cong interception level fucking
yes.
like
I was like, you know who you married, right? Like you know like who you're getting involved with here. Like you said this is war. I'm stupid enough to take that seriously.
You started this.
Yes.
I will finish it.
Yeah.
They just don't have a Nerf nuke yet, but like, you walk in as soon as they trip the door, it's just like
I was like,
darts.
But they do have Nerf flechette rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do with my niece and nephew.
You're just like clack, clack, clack. Yeah.
I smoke them. Nephew's got a giant head. I'm just like, grr. They've gotten to the point where they finally like will wrestle with me and stuff.
Nice.
So it'll go guns out wrestle. Like it goes gun food of wrestling, you know. I'm like, I taught him early.
It's good.
Show him John Wick soon.
That's good. Start them young.
Nephew's getting pretty good at flag football. He's out there fucking juking and shit. I was like, okay.
All right.
Like, all right. I'm going to have an athlete.
Yeah.
He's built like me. Has like fucking thick feet. He's just kind of like he's caveman. So I'm like, okay.
You going to your sister like, you're going to wrestling?
Yeah, they're already getting there. So they'll probably come into jiu-jitsu at some point.
Yes.
It's a matter of timing.
Yes.
But once I teach them how to choke someone, they're just like, I choked someone at school today.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Like, their uncle's a jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. My uncle's my coach.
I'd be like, yeah, they didn't sign a waiver. But yeah.
Have you ever run into that? Like, you've been a coach for a long time, especially with like even kids.
Yeah.
Have you ever run into like kid coming back to you like, I did this at school, and you're
yeah.
like, oh
yeah.
shit, like
Yeah. I've had several like, okay, you can only do this with your training partners. Like these are your training partners.
Yeah.
You know how to do this stuff.
Yeah.
You know how this works. Can't just like choke kids at school unless they're giving you shit.
they're trying to hurt you.
Yeah, we talk about that too. Like unless that's a real thing, and then you gotta fucking choke them. I'm also not. Maybe I shouldn't say this on podcast, but I'm like, hey, fucking choke them. Yeah, I mean, like if they're fucking with you, choke them.
Self-defense.
Like, yeah,
they're allowed to protect themselves.
Yeah, if they're giving you shit and they're not leaving you alone, you've gotten adults and they're not doing shit. Blah blah blah. I've been all this. I've done it. I've experienced all that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah. Like it's time to choke some motherfucker. And schools are so fucking stupid about it. So.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean,
I don't have kids yet, so I can't be like,
either.
this and that. But
getting there.
from my own experiences, yeah.
That's so. Speaking to that, like there are some programs in schools. Like there was a program I helped with. Devin Kate, who we both know, she has a company called Athena Tactics, and She's a smaller female. She's like 5. She's probably gonna get mad at me. She's probably like 5'1", 5'2". But like, I went with her the other day and helped teach 5th grade girls like really low level, like self-defense for an hour. And what's cool is like they would have all these like what if questions. You know, they're really inquisitive. They all like, oh cool, like this is happening and like this is interesting. Like I've never done anything like this. Most of them hadn't. Mm-hmm. But they were like, what if this, what if that? And she's like, okay. She's like, I really appreciate like your what if questions. She's like, your what if questions are only answered if you go train.
Yeah.
And that absolutely true.
That's cool though. Like,
yeah.
Again, like going back to like being exposed to like bigger concepts, like adult concepts as a child, like being exposed to, like the world ain't a pretty place. Like shit happens to people. Like you need some skills that take time to learn to not have that happen. Like, unfortunately, like
I mean, there are people in our gym that have trained since they were children, and they're, you know, in their like early 20s now, or like still teenage, like 18, 19, who that I train with, and like you've taught them their entire like childhood all the way up, and it's like I wouldn't fucking cross them if I'm.
They'll fuck you up.
Yeah, they will fuck you up. Like, like some smaller females, some like
they understand what puts someone to sleep.
Understand violence. Like
I've told them a lot about why their brain will shut off if they choke someone for too long.
Yeah, like, you've taught them since they were children. Like, you know, whether it be like 10 or 12-year-olds.
But like even then, you have to. You're training chokes with kids. You can't be like, if you choke them, they'll get brain damage. You're like, all right, like this is how blood flow works to your brain. You get that cut off, you kind of take a nap. You got too long, it's a big problem. Like
take a forever nap.
Yeah, it's a big problem.
Any of you got retarded cousins?
It's like you're gonna end up like Jimmy.
Yeah, you're gonna end up retarded.
Like Jimmy, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
So, and don't shake their legs. Like I'm shaking people's legs. Don't do it.
Don't do that.
It's out the window nowadays.
Yeah.
Now it's nice that smarter people are getting into jiu-jitsu. They're like, hey, yo, the standard issue shit isn't good, actually.
No.
But no, yeah, like I think but again, exposing, they're like, this is how you might have to choke some motherfucker if they're trying to hurt you. This is why it'll work. This is why it doesn't work. This is why blah, 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 blah. I was exposed to that shit when I was young.
Yeah.
My parents never like shielded me from like violence or like understanding that the world was weird or, you know, violent or stranger danger, all that shit, depending how far back you want to go. Like, and maybe just because I was an anxious, introverted kid, I'm just like, you know, the world's out to get me. And then I was like, I'm gonna learn how to fight. Now it's all good. So
that's something I wish. Not that I was like, oh, the Candyman, I'm gonna get diddled, like nothing like that. Like just like I was very introverted, very like, if I don't know you, I'm not gonna talk to you. Like that's an inherent.
That's great
like,
self-defense.
Yeah, it absolutely is great.
Great self-defense.
I still follow that today. If I don't know you, I'm probably not gonna be that friendly, and it's not because I don't like you. It's because I don't fucking know you.
I don't know you, dude. Don't know you like that.
Yes.
It's just self-defense.
Unless you're a dog or a child,
that's
probably like, not gonna get some like good read off me initially.
Yeah, that's like certain like evolutions and like muck things. It's like I wouldn't even be in this situation in the first place, but here we are. Like like technically, but here we are.
Guess what? I wouldn't be here at all. Imagine you're in this really public big. Nope, you lost me at like step 3. Like,
yeah. It's like never mind.
Have you talked to me? Do I act extroverted to you? No.
But then I get blacked out and I do karaoke. That's the other end. That's sheer extroversion, you know, fueled by God knows what.
Twisted tea.
Yeah, twisted tea. Twisted tea and okie. I'll get you. I just have an inkling that there's going to be an okie breakout at the wedding. I just can tell. I can smell it now.
It's all right.
Could be me. Could start it off.
Could you kick it off?
Just be like, baby. Kiss from a Rose is my go-to.
Yeah.
It's my first karaoke song.
Kiss by a rose again.
Great song.
Baby.
Yep. Great song. I love Okie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like videos of Okie. But I like doing it. I don't like videos of me doing it.
Pictures don't have any sound.
Yeah. Pictures, fine. Videos that get passed around, not funny.
Absolutely fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Whatever, I don't give a fuck. Pause real quick. Got Kentucky.
Here the primate, Michael, looks at his phone.
Like he does.
Like
12 hours a day.
Yeah. His screen time average. As a young lad, he discovered pornography, and his screen time went up significantly. The dopamine imbalance in his brain was brought together by jiu-jitsu and violence. This is all staying in. All of it.
I'm sweating.
It's the consternated face of a man operating at his limit.
Okay.
And we're back.
All right. Yeah, they're doing the grand opening stuff today, like re-grand opening.
Oh, G2R?
Yeah. So he's like, I'm not sure if people are coming.
So G2R is the gym in Kentucky where he teaches like a virtual class for them because they don't have a high-level jiu-jitsu person down there. Or at least one that's not a grifter or scammer.
No, there's a couple good ones, just like availability. Yeah. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Because they're probably teaching their own class.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so they have to get me. No, there's a couple of good dudes down there. But yeah, like timing is hard.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they're running their own school.
Yeah,
like probably their own school / own program, like
evening time at 6:30, prime time.
Prime time for the class. Yeah.
You know? Luckily, I have people helping me in certain situations and blah blah blah, so that I can do other things. So
yes, such as this.
Yes, indeed. That's something I had to get way better at over the years, like delegating,
releasing,
and actually being cool with it.
Yeah,
I've gotten way better at it the past 5 years. Like prior to that, I was like, oh no, yeah, just squeeze it until it's fucking dead.
That in itself is a skill.
Yeah,
inherently, as a program or something grows, there are certain things that will be out of your control.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be, or you're you're
fucking up somewhere.
Well, it's gonna stifle your growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to release certain things, but on top of that, it's just spread the wealth.
Well, and it gives
knowledge.
It gives the people that you have who are talented the avenue now to learn how to be an instructor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta have ways for people to do that.
Well, and some of the people you have who may not be what in the jiu-jitsu world would be oh, this person's approved to teach. Yeah, they've done it in other ways, in other arts or in other things for years, and now you're nope, you do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and some it rubs some people the wrong way. Pure jiu-jitsu guy, it can kind of fuck with them a little bit.
Yeah,
and it's look at it from more of a martial arts lens, which I think jiu-jitsu people have a hard time with because there's jiu-jitsu, everything's jiu-jitsu. But done other shit. I know when someone knows what they're talking about and they're full of shit or they're trying to fit a square peg in a round hole or something But yeah, no, everyone is vetted, trusted.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. You're not just
some guy.
go out there. Some dude I met at the gas station.
He knows stuff.
He knows karate.
But, and at the same time, though, it's like there's the jiu-jitsu community is like riddled with shit like that. So it's like, I get the process. Like,
yeah.
But again, like I've seen that, so I'm like, okay, there has to be some sort of process, like to stop some ridiculous shit from happening. But I'm not like saying that I was like, I foretold that jiu-jitsu was going to be sick. No, by any means. But I was just like, this is a problem within a community. Like, this is a thing that can cause problems. Like, that can't happen. Or, it can be kind of, I don't know. Some of it can be, a lot of it can not be a problem if you just, like, set certain things on the forefront of things.
Yes.
It's hard to, like, drop rules and shit in later on. But, I don't know. I've seen it, experienced it, try to do better with it. Not perfect, I'm sure, but do all right.
Is.
Huh?
Nothing is.
Yeah, no, I can't be, but I think if you keep like interest and growth and knowledge pursuit at the base of things, like the rest of it falls into line pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But again, it goes back to being like connected to things. It's like I'm still interested in jiu-jitsu and stuff, so it's like I'm like, yo, check this shit out. I just like learned, and I'm like, this is crazy. Yeah. And some other person adopts it better than I do, develops it. Now it's like a weapon for them, and they do it to me, and I'm like, fuck yeah, cool. Where that's a thing we do now, like,
and now like because they did that, you also have a better view of it, as a coach,
So
like that's always something that's like, I like seeing people that are successful with things that like I'm involved with. And it's like, yeah, you're doing this now. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, you're teaching this now.
Yeah.
Like, this thing is yours now.
Yeah.
Bye. Like.
Exactly. And like.
But well, what do I do?
Develop it.
Do the thing.
You're going to fuck it up a lot.
Yeah, you're going to fuck it up. Like, ask me questions. Ask the other people that we have questions.
You'll develop your own thing with it.
Yeah.
But like, I have utmost confidence in people that I've asked to do that. So.
Yeah.
And it's worked.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's see what they say. Okay. He said, hang tight. We'll see if people come in. Could be scrambling. Who knows?
Could be.
It's all good.
It's all right.
I live for the scramble, dog.
If you can't hear it in the background, that is one of my dogs barking incessantly.
Yes. They're upset about something.
They're probably not upset. It's probably just meaningless.
Meaningless. Dog drivel.
Dog drivel. Yeah.
But yeah. Gotta be connected to your shit. You gotta be connected to your art,
Yeah.
It's easy. I don't know. Not easy, but that's like, I'm almost like envious of like dudes who can sell like paper clips or something online. It's like, it's this like innocuous thing that's like, I moved 10 million of this, And it's just like not a thing. It's like, I don't give a fuck about paper clips. I just moved 10 million of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really hard when you're like tied to it. And then like, it's part of you and you're like trying to sell it and all this. It's hard. It's different.
Yeah.
It's almost easier to have 10 million of this thing you don't give a fuck about and just be like, It's a strange thing.
It is a strange thing. Like being connected to what you're making. That's like having made objects and then sold them.
Yeah.
I was connected to those things. Like I designed the way they looked and then I made parts for them. I may not have finished them.
That's
completely.
a piece of you in it.
Yeah, but there's like my ideas went into it, and like the person that I worked with, his ideas went into it. So we would collaborate on all these things, and there's somebody still to this day carrying, I think, everything we made.
Yeah.
Around, or like it's sitting in a safe, because some of that stuff was expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's wild to think about that. No, I'm talking about knives. if I made knives for a while with one of my family members, and they were, I mean, we sold one of them for like $3,000.
Hell yeah.
Something along that lines.
I'd
Like,
be at a steakhouse. I'd be like, we did it, boys.
actually, we paid for a trip to go to Blade Show and meet more people.
Smart. See, that's a smart way. I'd be
Yeah.
like, steakhouse, fucking extra
I mean,
side,
we ate out a couple times
potatoes,
over there, but yeah, I mean, like,
jalapeno gratin.
that was one of those things, like, you have these, like, things that you spent, like, probably, like, 70 plus hours on, and
But if then it like resonates with someone and they're like, yes,
it does.
I will.
It does,
And
especially
then,
if they're quality and they're made well.
Yeah. That's
Or on the flip side of that, which we've said, I think we said it last week, or if they're not. Some people will just be like,
Fuck
you made that? Cool, I'll hang it on my fridge, just like my kid's shitty art project. Like, which is cool. Like, those people are amazing that like appreciate somebody who's working hard and it's not quite there because they might get there. But like coming in with something you know is of high quality, and like people touching it and like they're like, oh,
that's like, I don't have any like physical product, or I have coffee. You can buy my coffee, but like, I don't, like most of my body of work is like movement or like series of organizations of movement or something. So it's like
not completely true. And I'll give you this: technically, I am a part of your body of work because I'm one of your students.
True. Yeah.
Your students are a piece of your work.
Sure. Absolutely.
And even your training partners, since you started, have a piece of you.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Like,
but then if like you look at it from like a curriculum standpoint, like it breaks down to like 8 things.
Yeah, but I mean,
like, this has been 20 years and it's like 8 things. It's But all of that led into that, and then it resonated with somebody, and it gets cycled through, and it gets refined, and just took a lot longer than you'd think. Like, trust the process, all that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know what. At a certain point, I was just like thrown into it.
Yeah.
Like where I'm like, oh, I trusted it. I'm cartwheeling into it. So, discipline.
Them dogs is being bad.
Discipline.
But yeah, like trusting the process. I mean, it's literally what we're doing right now. We're literally trusting the process, making podcasts, like doing things that like.
I mean, I do another podcast with a buddy, and like we've been doing it for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, still doing it. We'll do this fucking however long or whatever. I just enjoy it as well, but I learn stuff from it. I get different skills from it. Mm-hmm. Anything else is gravy.
Well, the other thing too is like the other podcast he does is not on video, so this is a new
kind of
thing.
Different.
Yeah,
it's very centered around specific stuff, and this is still open. I'm sure it'll still.
No, this is freewheeling.
We do whatever.
We say stupid shit. Yeah. We talk about whatever we want to that day. Like right now.
Yep, and video. The video's cool.
Yeah, the video is cool.
Yeah, like I like coffee regular for like road trips. Perfect for you can't look at video. Mm-hmm. And then this is good if you watch a video because we're handsome, Ding. I gotta pee.
All right. Well, remember, have skin in the game. If you're gonna do something, be involved. Don't forget where you came from. Have contact with the earth.
Get in that shit.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.